for the second segment of grade 10 science class of St. Peter's College, Colombo 4, Negombo branch. My dear students, last week we discussed about this lesson quantification of elements and compounds. That day I told you that I will do some more calculation of this lesson. I think you remember last week we discussed about the way find out relative atomic mass, relative molecular mass, as well as we discuss about Avogadro constant, as well as we discuss about moles. Now today, last week also I did some calculations. I think that is not enough. Because of that, this week also again we'll be discussing about the way solving these problems. Right? We'll see the questions one by one. Now we'll see the first question. Find the number of sulfur atoms in 16 grams of sulfur. Find out the number of sulfur atoms in 16 grams of sulfur. In this question, relative atomic mass of sulfur given. Relative atomic mass of sulfur is 32. Relative atomic mass of sulfur 32, right? When you know relative atomic mass, when you get relative atomic mass in grams, in that the number of atoms is constant number. When you get sulfur 32 grams, when you get sulfur in grams, in 32 grams in sulfur, the number of atoms 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. This relationship we know. In 32 grams, the number of atoms. So we have to find out in 16 grams how many atoms are there. In 32 grams, constant number, and we have to find out in 16 grams. We have to find out in 16 grams. Right? Then we have to divide like this. Then the answer will be 3.011. Answer 3.011 into 10 to the power 23. When you have like this question, first we have to find out the relative atomic mass, the relationship of that we know, relative atomic mass and the Avogadro number. Then from that get the relationship, and if in 32 grams this much, we have to find out in 16 grams of sulfur. Second question. Find the relative atomic mass of the molecule H2SO4. Relative atomic mass of the molecule H2SO4. Right? This is actually relative molecular mass. This should be relative molecular mass. Right? Find the relative molecular mass of H2SO4. Right? This is easy. Relative atomic mass is given: hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen given. Right? H2SO4. Relative atomic masses are given. Right? H2. 1 into 2 equal 2. Then sulfur, only one sulfur atom is here. So this is hydrogen, this is sulfur. Here 32. Sulfur, relative atomic mass 32. Then oxygen, there are 4 oxygen atoms here. So we have to multiply 16 into 4. 16 into 4. Right? Answer will be 64. No, we have to add all of this together. 8, 9. So relative molecular mass of H2SO4, 98. Relative atomic mass, there is no unit. For relative atomic mass or relative molecular mass, there is no unit. Right? He is asking about relative molecular mass, not atomic mass. If as atomic mass, there should be only one atom, but this is a molecule. Because of that, we have to find out relative molecular mass. Now we'll go to next question. Third question. Find the number of oxygen atoms in 5 moles of carbon dioxide molecule. Here this is little different question. Find the number of oxygen atoms. Again asking about the atoms in 5 moles of carbon dioxide molecules. 5 moles of carbon dioxide. First we write the formula of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, CO2. When we get carbon dioxide molecule, in this carbon dioxide molecule you can see you can see there are 2 oxygen atoms. There are 2 oxygen atoms or 2 oxygen moles are there. He asked him find the number of oxygen atoms in 5 moles of carbon dioxide molecule. We'll take only one molecule and see how many moles are, how many oxygen moles are there. Right? When we get 1 mole of carbon dioxide. In 1 mole of carbon dioxide, there are 2 oxygen moles. 2 oxygen moles. Right? In 1 mole of carbon dioxide, there are 2 oxygen moles. Here this is the 2 oxygen moles. Right? Then we have to find out in 5 moles. Right? 2 oxygen moles are there. 2 oxygen moles mean, then we'll see in 5 moles. In 5 moles of carbon dioxide. Then in 5 moles of carbon dioxide, how many oxygen moles are there? 5 into 2. 5 into 2. Again say, in 1 mole of carbon dioxide, 2 oxygen moles there. Right? Like this. 2 oxygen moles are there. Right? Then in 5 moles of carbon dioxide, oxygen, then 10 moles are there. 10 moles. Right? Oxygen 10 moles are there. Right? Now question answer is not completed. We have to find out atoms. Oxygen atoms. Find the number of oxygen atoms in 5 moles of carbon dioxide molecule. Now in 1 mole of carbon dioxide, 2 oxygen moles are there. In 5 moles of carbon dioxide, 10 moles of oxygen there. Now we have to find out number of atoms. Right? In 5 moles of carbon dioxide, we have to find out oxygen atoms. In 5 moles of carbon dioxide, oxygen atoms. So oxygen atoms mean here asking again Avogadro constant. We have to multiply Avogadro into 10. Avogadro into 10. In 5 moles of carbon dioxide, oxygen atoms, Avogadro into 10. So answer will be 6.022 into 10 to the power 24. This will be the answer. Right? When asking like this question, first see number of atoms in that molecule. Number of oxygen atoms in molecule. So it is after that asking the atoms. Here in when we get carbon dioxide, in that 2 oxygen moles are there. This is in 1 mole. In 1 mole of carbon dioxide, 2 oxygen moles. Then in 5 moles of carbon dioxide, 10 oxygen moles are there. In that 10 moles, number of atoms. 5 moles of carbon dioxide, oxygen atoms, Avogadro into 10. The answer will be 6.022 into 10 to the power 24. Right? And we'll go to the next question. Fourth question. What is the amount of sodium sulfate needed to obtain 0.1 mole of sodium sulfate in grams? Right? In this question, before do this question, we should know the chemical formula of sodium sulfate. In the second lesson, we have discussed the way writing chemical formula. Sodium sulfate. First, see that. Sodium. Sodium, Na, sulfate, SO4. In these two valencies we should know. Sodium valency 1, sulfate valency 2. Sodium 1, sulfate 4. Then we have to exchange these two. Sodium 2, SO4. Sodium sulfate. This is the way we write the chemical formula of sodium sulfate. If you don't know to write chemical formula, we cannot get the answer. That is needed first of all. Right? Sodium sulfate Na2SO4. Now we have to find out relative molecular mass. Here to go to this question, we are asking what is the amount of sodium sulfate needed to obtain 0.1 mole of sodium sulfate in grams. Then we will find out relative molecular mass of sodium sulfate. Right? Sodium 23 into 2. 23 into 2 equal 46. Then sulfur 32. Oxygen 16 into 4. 64. Right? Here 2. Relative molecular mass of sodium sulfate. Relative molecular mass of sodium sulfate 142. If you know this, we can find out the grams we needed to get 0.1 1 mole of sodium sulfate. Right? 142 is the relative atomic mass. 142 in 142 grams. When we take this 142 means relative molecular mass. When it is taken from grams, in this 1 mole is there. 1 mole. Right? 1 mole. What is the amount of sodium sulfate needed to obtain 0.1 mole of sodium sulfate in grams? Right? In 142 grams, 1 mole is there. Then to obtain 0.1. In 1 mole, in 1 mole, 142 grams, 142 grams, 100 in 1 mole, that's 142 grams, then in 0.1 mole. You have to find out in grams. In 1 mole, 142 grams there, then to obtain 0.1 mole. Right? Here, answer will be 14.2 grams. 14.2 grams. Right? 142 you have to multiply in 0.1. Answer will be 14 in 14.2 grams. Here asking the question, we have to get the answer in gram. Again see the question. We have to find out the, first we have to write the chemical formula of sodium sulfate. Right? We can find out it like this. After that, in 1 mole of sodium sulfate, 142 grams there, then into 0.1. Answer will be 14.2 grams of sodium sulfate. To obtain 0.1 mole, we need 14.2 grams of sodium sulfate. If you want to get 1 mole of sodium sulfate, we need 142 grams of sodium sulfate. If you want to get 0.1 mole of sodium sulfate, we have to multiply it with 0.1. Then the answer will be 14.2 grams. Now we'll see the next question. Fifth question. The relative molecular mass of certain element is 28. What is the number of atoms in 56 grams of it? The relative molecular mass of certain element is 28. Right? 28. So we have to find out again atoms. Again we have to find out atoms. So we have to write in 28 grams in 28 grams because the relative atomic mass is 28. In 28 grams the number of atoms constant, that 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. This is in 28 grams. We don't know what is this element. Right? In that element, in the relative atomic mass given as 28. That means in 28 grams, atoms, Avogadro number is there. Right? 28. In 28 Avogadro, then into 56. Then 28 in 28 this much, then in 56 grams, right? In 28 grams this much of atoms, then in 56. Right? This is the answer. When asking atoms, you have to find out the Avogadro number, multiply and you have to get. The thing you know, you have to apply. The thing you know is when giving the relative atomic mass or molecular mass, in that when we get relative atomic mass or relative molecular mass in grams, in that the number of atoms or molecules number constant, that is Avogadro number. Then in 28 grams this much, then into 56 grams. So this is the answer. Now we'll go to the next question, 6th. Sixth question. Last week also we discussed the way finding this equation. We'll see this question. The number of moles in a substance is N. Mass of the substance is M, and the molecular mass of is capital M. Build up a formula denoting the relationship among M, capital M, simple M and N. Right? This is about this we have discussed in last week. I think you remember the chemical formula. The amount of substance given in simple N, amount of substance given in simple M. That means if you want to find out number of moles, if you want to find out number of moles, amount of substance means number of moles, it is denoted as simple N. To find out this, we need molecular mass. Molecular mass means capital M. We need molecular mass, it is written in capital M, after that the mass of the substance. This is the equation. From this equation we can find out number of moles in an atom or molecule. Now here this is N mean number of moles, simple M mean mass of that atom or molecule, and this is capital M mean molecular mass. N equals simple M divided by capital M. This is the equation. Now we'll go to next question. Calculate the number of moles. Calculate the number of moles in 24 grams of carbon using the formula which you have built up. Now, in the previous question, we built up a formula. Formula is N equals N equals simple M divided by capital M. By using this equation, we have to get the answer for this question. Calculate the number of moles in 24 grams of carbon using the formula which you have built up. Right? To find out the number of moles in this, we need simple M and capital M. Simple M means number of moles. Simple M means mass of the atom, that is 24 grams, and molecular mass is, here the molecular mass is given 12 grams per mole. 12 grams per mole. Right? To find out number of moles, we need the mass of the substance and as well as the molecular mass. Molecular mass is 12 grams per mole. When we get the molecular mass, we should know that there is a unit for molecular mass, grams per mole. Right? The number of moles we can find out. 2 moles. 2 moles. Right? 24 divided by 12. This per mole, when it is come up, it will be 2 moles. Right? It is easy to find out number of moles by using this equation. Question number 8. Right, question number 8. What is the number of water moles present in 90 grams of water? What is the number of water moles present in 90 grams of water? This is also we can find out from the previous equation we made. We have to find out water moles. So use the same equation. N equals M divided by capital M. To this we need molecular mass as well as mass of the substance. So mass of substance already given as 90 grams, right? But we don't know molecular mass. In this question as in previous question, it is not mentioned the molecular mass. So we have to find out molecular mass of this. Water given here, only the word water given here, we should know the chemical formula of water, H2O. So relative molecular mass we will find out now. Relative molecular mass, hydrogen 2 mean 2 and 16, right? Then relative molecular mass of water is 18. Relative molecular mass of water is 18. Then from that we can get molar mass. Molar mass mean again 18. The difference of these two, there is a unit for molar mass. 18 grams per mole. 18 grams per mole. Right? Now we can find out the answer easily. Answer 5 moles. When we use this equation, easily we can find out number of moles present in that element of compound. Right, now we will see next question. Question number 9. How many carbon atoms are there in 3 moles of carbon? When you see this question, you can see it is not mentioned relative. There is no relative atomic mass. Relative atomic mass not given. For this question, it is no need, right? It is asking how many carbon atoms are there in 3 moles of carbon. In this question, when we come to this question, we know that in 1 mole of carbon, the number of atoms we know, right? Then we have to multiply it by 3, then we can get the answer. We will see now. number of atoms in 1 mole of carbon. Number of atoms in 1 mole of carbon. That is Avogadro constant. Number of atoms in 1 mole of carbon, that is Avogadro constant. Right? Then into 3. Number of atoms in 1 mole of carbon. In 1 mole of carbon, we have to get carbon here, 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Right? Then we have to find out again number of atoms in 3 moles of carbon. Number of atoms in 3 moles of carbon. 6.022 3. Right? 3 moles of carbon. Then here answer will be answer 3 times 2, 6. Eighteen 18.066 into 10 to the power 23. 18.066 into 10 to the power 23. Just Avogadro constant multiplying from 3 because of asking 3 moles of carbon. 3 moles of carbon atoms we have to find out. Now next question. How many moles are there in 36 grams of water? Again we have to write the equation of N equals M divided by capital M. Right? In one of previous question we find out the molar mass of H2O. H2O molar mass 18 grams per mole. Right? Here we have to find out in 36 grams. 36 grams divided by 18 grams per mole. Answer will be 2 moles. Answer will be 2 moles. Right? Now the last question. Let's see. Find out relative atomic mass of this element. To find out the relative atomic mass of this element. Last week, at the beginning of the lesson, we discussed the way of finding relative atomic mass. To find out relative atomic mass, to find out relative atomic mass, the equation we use relative atomic mass, we need the mass of the atom and as well as atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit. In this question, atomic mass unit already given. If you don't know atomic mass unit, again there's a method to find out that 112 into mass of carbon 612 atom. If you don't know atomic mass unit, the method we discussed last week, 112 into mass of carbon 612 atom. When we simplify and get the answer, atomic mass unit we can get, but in this question relative atomic mass unit already given. So to get the relative atomic mass of this, we have to get the mass of element divided by atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit. Right? Relative atomic mass, we can find out mass of the element divided by atomic mass unit. Here in this question, element is P. Mass of the element given 3.819 into 10 to the power minus 23 grams divided by atomic mass unit, that is 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams. Right? When we simplify this, we will be getting the answer as 23. When we simplify this, we get the answer as 23. Right? If you know the atomic mass unit and the mass of the element, we can divide and find out relative atomic mass of that atom or the element. Right? Even to find out relative molecular mass, same procedure, mass of the molecule divided by atomic mass unit. Right? Now, today the lesson is over. The questions, question like this will be discussing more, and as well as there are some questions in your textbook. You all have to do them. And for today, we'll find out the lesson. Thank you very much, and God bless you.